Hello, my friends, and welcome back to Realm News. I am your host, the Dark Lord, the one who puts the real in Realm and expands your mind one block at a time. And this is my little pre-recording before we get into the actual show, folks. I just wanted to come in here and explain to you how I have this broken up, because I brought back on famous guest MichealTBH. He's a well-known Minecraft creator. And it's like his sixth time, I think, on the show. He's done 3 round tables on Realm News. He's one of my most prolific guests that comes on here, and I always love getting him on here. You know him, you love him. So, anyways, this recording lasted 3 hours, so I broke it up into 3 parts, folks. This one that you're listening to today is coming out as Realm News Flash. It's a special Realm News Flash because Chaos Cube just came out, Dappled Forest has been announced, and I had an opportunity to get with MichealTBH and ask him all about that, and we dive into some other things, but it's primarily about Chaos Cube and Dappled Forest, and it goes on for an hour and 8 minutes. And I was going to incorporate a pull time episode into this Realm News Flash, but that was just going to be too long, so I'm going to save that one. So you're going to hear Michael and I talk about the Dappled Forest and Chaos Cube, and I thought that was very relevant given the circumstances, and that's why I wanted to release this Tuesday. So the other 2 episodes, I had to cut in half. There's going to be a break in that, but I'm going to try and make that transition as best as possible. I'm going to cut them in half, like I said, and that will be 2 different weeks. There will be a part 1 and part 2 to those. So we have Realm News Flash, this recording, and then we have another 2 that are going to come out in a month or so. Actually, those will come out in August. You'll be able to hear those unless you're a Patreon Copper member. And then you can go access those as soon as I get them posted on Patreon. With that said, I just want to give you the lowdown. Let's start the show, folks. Hello, my friends, and welcome back to Realm News. I am your host, the Dark Lord. And I have a great episode for you all today. I have my good friend MichealTBH back on this show. And I just want to say welcome back, Michael. Did you realize that this is your 6th? I did count. I think this is your 6th time coming onto the show independently. And I think you've done maybe 2 or 3 round tables. Is that correct?
It's hard to keep track. I'm going to be honest with you. It is hard to, but I know I've been here a lot, but it's a good time, you know. So thank you for inviting me back on. It has been a while since I have come back on, obviously unintentionally, because I do enjoy coming on here to beg for the offhand. But no, yeah, it has been a while, but I'm excited to get back on and talk about Minecraft, not Hightail. Sorry, Minecraft.
yeah, not Hightail. That's a different podcast.
Yeah. Thank God.
But it was my fault last time I had to cancel on you, but I'm glad to get you back on the show because, we in the little bit over 2.5 years Realm News has been around. You were my first guest besides my family coming onto the show. So, it's like a reunion every time you come on. So I enjoy it. One reason why I wanted to have you back on again is because we're going to touch base on a few things. I wanted to first get into the Chaos Cube and your opinion on that since its release, and then move into the Dappled Forest and Banded Tints. And then I want to talk about your dual wielding campaign again. I want to talk about the future, your future Minecraft plans, the state of Minecraft and its future as well, its direction it's headed in, your opinions on all of that. So we have quite a bit today to talk into. So we'll just jump right into it if that's okay with you, man.
Yes, sounds great.
Awesome. And audience, I know we always release these about a month out, but since we're going to start this off with Chaos Cubed and Dappled Forest, I'm going to incorporate this section for Realm News Flash Tuesday. I'm just going to cut this section out and play that for everybody since it's relevant. So I wanted to get your thoughts on Chaos Q because it released on Tuesday, June 16th.
Yeah,
And
it did. Yeah.
yeah, what did you find it right away? Did you go out and look for that cave, that sulfur, the sulfur springs, or how did you approach it? How did you find this biome, I should ask?
Well, the thing about the world I play on is I've explored a lot around me, so I have to be very particular with how, because on Bedrock you don't have tools to kind of shave your world down to like your chunks, because on Java you can do that. I'm sure on Bedrock you can as well, but I'm on Xbox, right? So I can't cut down my area so I can locate it easier. So I have to go out basically in the preview cycle, which is a bit risky, and locate one just so I know for like a few months, okay, when the drop releases. I'll have to do it for the next update as well because of New Forest, right? Um, I know like this coordinate is this, just so I can go straight there. Now, obviously, it's things changed in development. They may change generation, and that kind of can risk the entire biome not existing there. So it's a bit risky, but I've known of this particular sulfur cave for months, and I've just kept an eye on it. So yeah, I basically went there straight away the day it released, which was good for me. But I know you've been struggling, haven't you? Sorry?
Yeah. Oh, sorry. I have been struggling, first off.
Yeah.
I have not found one yet. And last night I spent, maybe 3 hours on a happy gas scouring my overworld. I think I went around 7,000 blocks outside my
That's a
kingdom.
lot.
And I didn't see anything. I found some other cool structures I've never found in my world before, like a jungle temple, but nothing else. That not sulfur cave. But yours was where it was located in the previews. It's still generated there.
Yeah, I don't think there's. I mean, obviously, because you had the tough. What was it? Was it tough? It was some blocks mixed in with the sulfur and
Yeah, it's tough.
cinnabar. Yeah, and then they changed it. I don't think that made much of a difference to my cave. My cave is massive, so I haven't actually explored all of it at all. But yeah, it's a really notoriously it's the biggest one I've seen on Bedrock. So I got very lucky. But yeah, I don't think it's changed. I'm hoping it hasn't. There's obviously they added the sulfur biomes on the surface as well, which I've not seen because again I'm underground, right? So I don't know if that's changed at all. But as far as I know, depending on if they change it during the next update in between this one and the next drop, because obviously they do that middle ground update, right? It should be good for the time being. I just got to explore it all just in case it messes up. But yeah, it's really nice to have access to these biomes in such. Well, it's not even an old world. It's like a 2 year old world, which in the grand scheme of things isn't that old, in my opinion. But no, yeah, it's really good to be able to find this biome in that kind of world. So I'm very fortunate for it not to be broken either yet. Who knows?
I'll keep my fingers crossed for you. I'm happy that you have your cave intact and there as well. I hope other people are having an easier time than I finding these sulfur caves. I haven't really. What are people saying? Have you noticed what they're saying online?
I don't really because I don't know the methods of finding them because obviously you got the sulfur springs on the surface.
Yeah,
it's kind of like the azalea tree for lush caves, right? But it's a bigger area, so that's nice. From my limited research, it's at the Y0-ish, bordering deep slate and also bordering stone area because you have to find because obviously you've got a bunch of deep slate caves in the deep dark and lush caves and stuff like that, gypsum caves. So you need that kind of above deep slate area. So it's kind of a mix of both areas. But I don't know. I don't honestly in general. People haven't really been tweeting much about the sulfur cave update, which is kind of a shame.
No,
Yeah,
it's kind of weird. It looks empty on Twitter after this released. I know a lot of people have moved on to the Dappled Caves, and that's something. I mean, not the Dappled Caves, the Dappled Forest. That would have been.
that'd be crazy.
That'd be interesting. Dappled Caves. I don't even know what that would look like, but it's early here in the States. So
Yeah,
sadly, folks,
fair enough.
you gotta realize this, folks. Anyways, no, I hope no. It seems like everybody's moved on to the Dappled Forest. We'll talk a little bit about that after we talk about this, but yeah, I think I'm approaching it. I think why I'm not finding it yet is because I'm too reliant from a topographic point of view. I'm looking for the sulfur springs, and from what I researched, those are extremely rare. Like the overworld springs, I guess,
Mm,
because I was
yeah,
curious, so I Googled it, and I guess we have to rely on how reliable Google is. But Google AI told me it's like one of the more rare surface biomes, like extremely rare. And so that's why I was going out thousands and thousands of blocks, but to no avail. But now I Googled a little bit more, and they were suggesting to drop down to, like they were saying that they can generate near mountain ranges, but not near rivers or bodies of water.
yeah. There's something about oceans and rivers and stuff that they don't really like.
Okay. And
Um,
see, yeah. Is yours near, yours isn't near a river then?
Mine actually is. Mine is my entire thing. Well, not entire thing.
What?
Yeah, that's the thing. I don't really get. That's why I'm a bit concerned. Mine, a big chunk of it is underneath an ocean.
See,
So
okay, that's why I was confused, Michael. Thank you for giving me evidence that they can generate underneath oceans, because when I got on chunk base, I got frustrated and gave up. A lot of them
mm,
were underneath oceans on my chunk base. And I was like, why?
it's really weird.
I did think they're supposed to be near water, but according to Google, but chunk base is showing a lot of them near water. And
Yeah,
but Google's also telling me you need to look near mountain ranges and to like get like don't fly over them, get on foot or on a horse. And you know how those caves will be opened up sometimes, you can just peer into them, that way
yeah.
you can kind of quickly see if there's a sulfur cave, I guess. I haven't tried that yet. That might be what I do, is more groundwork instead of flying to find evidence of one, because that obviously is not working for me. Or maybe it's my world, I don't know.
It could be a mix of both things. I mean, notoriously, biomes in the drop system, for whatever reason, are extremely rare, and I don't know why. It's really concerning because the next update is literally based around an entire new biome. But the Pale
Yeah.
Garden was notorious originally for being too small
Right.
and too rare, and then they fixed it the next drop. And I was like, well, what's the point of doing that when it
But
was really weird.
but
But
they only fixed the size of it. It's still extremely rare, isn't it?
I think it is because root forests are notoriously rare as well because they have one of the rarest structures. Like it doesn't, I don't know. That entire thought process is alien to me. Like I don't really know what they were thinking with that, with the way they approached the drop. But yeah, I don't
Yeah.
know. Like so, in theory, sulfur cave shouldn't be that rare because there's only a few cave biomes. But then
Yeah.
you've added a new. Technically, is it? No, I mean, like it depends how you look at the sulfur springs as are they a structure or are they a biome? And then you can, it depends on that, and you can say, well, if it's a biome, there's like 100 other biomes on the surface. I guess that
Yeah.
makes sense. But if it's a structure, then again, there's a ton of structures, but this spawns pretty much everywhere, like the abandoned camp wheel, right?
Yeah.
Well, not everywhere, but a lot of biomes. So in theory, it shouldn't be that rare. And in theory, because it's the selling point of the drop, I would argue. I mean, the sulfur cubes are nice, but the biome is also a big because it's a block set, right?
Yeah.
Um,
No, I
you
want
wouldn't,
the biome.
yeah, like you wouldn't make it that rare in theory. But I don't know what Mojang's approach is to the biomes, so I have no idea.
No, and I'm confused by that too. My brother was, because he helped me the first night, the night it released on Tuesday. Look for it when I got off from work. We spent a couple hours again going thousands of blocks out on a happy gas, and it was four eyeballs looking for this, nothing. And so yesterday I went a different direction, even further out, like I said, nothing. And you make a good point, because this does seem to be a pattern with the drops, them adding new biomes and them being so rare. I don't like that. My brother was angry He was like, I don't. He was actually pissed off. He was like, I don't get why the hell they even add these into the game if you can't ever find them. And he's like, just frustrated with it, you know. And I kind of got a little frustrated. I think it's fun for the first several hours trying, you know, because it's like a treasure hunt. You're trying to find something new, but after a while, I'm like, I just want to play with it now. You know, I don't want to, like, I can't find it on chunk base. I've flown all over this world. I've read, like, on Google, it's suggesting me to just go ahead and do nether tunnels and just pop up thousands of blocks in the middle of nowhere and just start, like, afresh and try to find one. I'm like, well, maybe I'll do that. I don't know. Hopefully like I said, hopefully people are having better luck.
Yeah, hopefully.
And hopefully the Dappled Forest, like you said, doesn't have this problem, because that would really make people angry, because this is a highly anticipated one. People already forgot about Chaos Cube as soon as the last live event came out. And they moved. In fact, Michael, can I quote you here? I have a quote from Twitter of you that was, I don't have the date posted, but you said, quote, well, it's actually, I think the day, it was this last Tuesday, the 16th. Quote, as much as I'm an advocate for letting the drop sit and let the community play with it after release, ... When are we seeing fall drop snapshots / previews? End quote. So you're ready for the Dappled Forest as well.
Yeah, and I mean that's not really a community like problem. It's the fact that Mojang were like, here's the drop that's coming. By the way, the next drop is your most wanted biome ever. Like what? It's like saying like, oh yeah, here's the end updates. Like it's like it was terrible in my opinion. I mean, I don't know. I don't know what their thought process was. Like there has to be something else you could have shown that is not like you could have shown the abandoned camps, because the abandoned camps aren't tied to the Dappled Forest, right?
True, that's true.
But to show off, like, the Dappled Forest is, the autumn biome is the most, I would argue it is, the most requested biome ever. I've not seen anything else. Like it's always, when are we getting seasons? When are we getting orange leaves? And it's like, you can't do that. If you're Mojang, you can't be like, here's the release of this drop, which is a good drop, right? That's the sad, like, reality, is that it wasn't a tiny takeover situation. If it was a tiny takeover and then Dappled Forest situation, it's like, okay, who cares, right? But Chaos Cubed was, I do think, a good, like, it has flaws like every other drop does, but it was a good drop. And then to dangle this and a structure and a new wood and a new bed, like, what? Like, I don't know what they were thinking. Like, oh yeah, by the way, don't forget, guys, next Tuesday drops release. Like, okay, like. What? I don't know.
I agree with you 100%, Michael. I have a couple questions. First off, well, it's kind of a dual-edged sword. Okay, how do I want to approach this question? My question is, do you think just Mojang has a horrible marketing department and they just fumbled that by introducing this way too early?
Yeah, and the issue is because it was a bonus Minecraft Live, and they haven't justified why we got a bonus Minecraft Live.
Yeah,
because like we don't like, oh, it's for Dungeons 2. They haven't shown anything off of Dungeons 2. We're still like arguably still in the dark, right? The deep dark. Like, okay, we know of like certain things. I don't know too much because I don't really care. I'm gonna be honest with you, but we know of some stuff. But there's a huge elephant in the room: the literal dimension. We still don't really know much about, right? As like, I think I'm aware of that, but like, we still, and that's the issue. Like, they haven't justified why we have a Minecraft Live. Why? And we're going to know by autumn. But in the time between now and then, it's like, what are they doing? And it doesn't. It's going to look good. It'll be like, oh, like Mojang, in a few months' time, we'll be saying like, this is really good. But now it's a period of, what are you doing? What are you thinking? Like, and to go back to the whole marketing thing, Mojang's marketing team are atrocious. But they are.
I dislike their marketing team.
Yeah, it's awful. It's terrible. And like they'll have like glimpses of being like, Are they going into the, like, are they improving? And then literally a week later, they'll do something that's like completely like okay, for a game as big as Minecraft, they need to have the facilities around it to be on par with the size of Minecraft, right?
Yes,
They have
they
to,
need to be in sync, right? Like
yeah,
they aren't in sync with each other. There's something askew
yeah.
with their
They
departments.
if you can imagine like a car, right? You've got the dev team, which is really solid. You've got the content like creators, which is dodgy at times, but solid. And then you've got like I don't know the updates, which I would argue are pretty solid. And then
Yeah.
the fourth wheel is communication, and there's just no wheel. It
Yeah.
doesn't exist, or it's really busted. And it's like, um, what? Like I don't get it. You have all the social medias that aren't in sync either, because you're
None of them
posting
are
like
in sync. It's really bizarre.
it's like I don't get it. I don't get it. It's really
Well,
annoying.
that's
But
something on Realm News and you and I have been complaining about since the beginning. It's
yeah,
their marketing.
yeah,
It's been recorded and us complaining about this for years now. And you know why, Michael? It's because it's one of the biggest corporations. It is one of the biggest corporations on planet Earth and has been for decades. And they should be one of the first companies to have one of the best communications departments. Like when it comes to PR, marketing, advertisements, the whole shebang should be as professional as it can be. And
yeah.
it's not. It's like there must be a gap between Mojang and Microsoft. I'm thinking there's just could be good. Like I think maybe they're more independent than I think. I don't know, honestly. I'm just throwing out speculations now. I don't know why they have such a crappy marketing department for being a multi-billion-dollar, almost $1 trillion company.
Yeah, it's beyond comprehension. I don't. It's really frustrating because again,
Realm
it's just
News
not
has a
really
better
improving.
marketing department.
Yeah, like literally
That's just
anyone.
me.
Yeah, like
It's
I don't.
great. Everything's
Yeah,
centralized. They don't have a centralized area where they announce. And what does drive me utterly insane for being a news podcast over Minecraft is exactly what you said. Is that they will have a different post on WhatsApp, a different post on Twitter, a different post on YouTube, a different post on every social media platform that they are on. It's weird.
yeah,
And they all can mean something different or shed light into something that we never saw before. Hell, it could be a marketing department in Japan could say something and be like, oh, they just leaked, like, or yeah, there's something on communication. You know
and then
that right on
like,
the head.
and then it gets really bad when you have these other third party like I don't know like stores that are promoting like accessories or plushies or whatever
Like
that have not been
Walmart with
announced yet. Yeah,
right with the blub thing, that
yeah.
whole ordeal that ended up being nothing.
Well, I think the blood is in some of the like. I think I saw it in Dungeons too. It's meant to
Yeah,
be like a
but
pet, but like
it's not really much of anything, right?
no, no. As far as I know, like I don't think it's coming to the base game either. But like, what are you doing? And then instead of I don't know getting rid of it instantly, you rename it to Sea Bunny.
Or
Okay,
hide it.
and then a week passes, and you've got people being like, "Why is it called Sea Bunny? It's still up," and then they delete it. It's like
Yeah,
so.
because they're
So the
embarrassed.
the original name was fine, but you renamed it complete. I don't know what the Deep Dark has in relation to the ocean, or like 'cause that is like a rumor of it being Prismarine based. But like,
Interesting.
what I don't, that's when it's really bad when you're promoting like when there's other third party things being like here's like the red dragon, and then Mojang's like silent for like a week,
Yeah.
and then that week festers like it normally does because any Minecraft news, again, this is a huge problem. Any Minecraft news sets the community on fire. Now, rightfully or wrongfully, like it's your like
Anything.
yeah. And again, you've got this whole notion that a fourth dimension is coming at some point to the base game still, and you're like, here's something that I don't think it is, could be part of that fourth dimension, and it's like, It's fine.
And you are right again on that live. We didn't really see much more about Dungeons 2. It was a little bit longer trailer. We know it's an open world, right? Like it doesn't go in chapters. It's like all one world, right? It's like stitched together.
I don't know. I'm going to be honest with you. Like and again, this is not just a Dungeons 2 thing. I just don't like Minecraft spin-offs. Like Dungeons 2 doesn't look appealing to me. So like I don't know.
Well, I'm on this as a video game person. I'm on the same boat as you. I just don't simply have enough time to even play it, and all my time's in Minecraft vanilla.
Exactly.
I'm trying to report the best I can on Dungeons 2. Just from what I see Mojang posts, but that's about the extent of my knowledge.
From the little they post, the game's almost out in 3 months, and they've barely posted anything. Even then, what is going to happen? Because the next Minecraft Live is after Dungeons 2 releases. So,
it might be the same day.
What event? Because you've had the Xbox Game Showcase, you've had like 5 other showcases last week or the week before. Yeah. What other event are they going to be able to highlight Dungeons 2? Like, unless they drop a random like trailer on a Tuesday, but like. And I guess Mojang can get away with doing that because it is Mojang. It is one of the biggest companies in the world and the biggest game in the world. But like, surely you need an event to like accommodate that, because an event would really galvanize and be like, look, guys, we're going to announce something at this event. You don't have that anymore because like you had a chance at Xbox Game Showcase and you barely showed any. You barely showed anything about it. Like I don't get it. Again. Like I say, it could all make sense in about 3 months, but in that 3-month window that we have, it makes no sense, and it is so. I wouldn't say it's even like frustrating. It's so baffling to me that they can get away with this. Like I don't get it.
Especially with a community that is so vocal and invested in this, in everything Minecraft.
So like so these people are like, oh, the wall stairs and wall slabs are like a reused texture, and then when it's like a really big communication issue, they're sleeping. Like, you're not serious. This community is unserious. Like, it's just not real. We are focusing on the wrong things, and you got people again being like, oh, why don't we do concrete stairs and slabs? That's why, because some moron by the name of Mr. James 14 on Twitter is going to be like, it's retextured. Who cares? Like, that's why. That's why it's taking Mojang. Like, it's just like, we're all like, and we're still like we're all still terrified about Hightail. No one cares. Like, 5 people still play it. No one cares. Like,
no one cares about Hightail.
Like, let's just focus. No one does. Can we just focus on the actual issues of the game instead of being like
talk about Hightail being a threat? Jesus.
I don't know, but like it's fallen off a cliff. Like the game's, I'm sorry, like
the game's old news now.
It is. Like I've stopped talking about it on Twitter, but like it's just
I don't even see my feeds anymore.
Yeah, like no one cares. It's just no one cares. But like
no one cares. They don't. I mean, I'm not going to knock the game, but it's just I'm not threatened by that.
I'm trying not.
And I had a podcast over it temporarily. It is an odd community. I see what you're saying. You're saying that people are getting hyped up, essentially, right? That over petty things where we should be focused on more important issues for this game, right?
Yeah. Like if it was 2 issues, fine. But you got one non-issue of being like the wall stairs are a retexture, which is not true.
No.
And you've got, like, I don't know, the elephant in the room of being like, so why did they do a bonus Minecraft Live? That they admitted was rushed.
Yeah.
Like,
and it was. Why do you think they did this Minecraft Live? Just they wanted to jump on the opportunity of the TwitchCon?
I still think, call me crazy, I still think that 4th Dimension's come to the base game. And the justification they'll have, yes. I think it's coming next summer. And they'll use this Minecraft Live. Yeah. They'll use this Minecraft Live to either they'll announce the Dappled Forest release date, and they'll be like, the fourth dimension's come to the base game next summer. Here's something for the winter that ties into the Deep Dark. Because again, the Deep Dark right now in the base game to the Deep Dark in Dungeons are two different things. Because it has note blocks, it has like probably the Mourner, a portal that's active, because the portal in Minecraft, the base game, is dormant. So the Deep Dark, like a Stronghold and End update, needs to be updated first. Maybe just like a slight change to the loot, because the Deep Dark loot is horrendous. It's like two good things. But like, there needs to be something, I think, that justifies this. And you can't be like, when autumn comes, you can't be like, Dappled Forest is releasing next Tuesday. Here's one for the winter drop. It's just a purple sheep. Thanks. Thanks. Like, there's just no way. They have to have some. And again, the thing that gives more validity to this, I think, is again why they're not showing enough about Dungeons 2. Now, Dungeons 2, Deep Dark, Portal, or Dimension, and Vanilla are going to be different, I think, just as how the Nether is different in both, right? They've both got updates, but they're both different things. The End is a bit rough because the End is going to get updated, so we don't know if it's going to have Dungeons End, which it should, but that's a whole other debate.
Quick question: Do you believe that the fourth dimension will come before an End update?
Yes. Yes.
Do you agree with that?
That's a hard question because in my mind they're doing a fourth dimension to justify or to not justify to playtest and experiment with things that are going to be used for an End update. So I think what you'll see is some like in a fourth dimension, in the hypothetical, because it is still hypothetical, fourth dimension, you would have some intricate boss fight, which I do think would happen to the dragon in an End update. You'd have some different terrain generation, because again, it's all the same level in the end. Even after Caves and Cliffs, it's all the same Y level, basically. And I think they don't really know how to do that right now. So I think doing that in the base game first as an experimental fourth dimension that has no ties to the end, I'm assuming. At the end of the game, I mean, not just the dimension, but the actual end of the game. They'll take that, and I think they'll endify it and make it plausible for the end dimension. Because I still think they're very anxious from the Nether update, because the Nether update kicked the life out of them, and so did Caves and Cliffs. So they don't want to do that again, especially with the End update. The End update, we talk about like the excitement for cave updates, for the Nether updates. This End update excitement is on another level. So if they mess this up, they're screwed. Like they're screwed. So they have to get it right, and like the way they have to do it, it doesn't maybe make much sense. The way they have to do it is to do a fourth dimension, which experiments with certain things and ties a bow around the Deep Dark after 5 years, right? So you're killing two birds with one stone here.
Almost 3.
Yeah. So I think it is coming. I don't think we'll see the End update until like if the fourth dimension is coming next year, we won't see the End update till like 2029. In my opinion.
So if I may sum up a little bit, just to understand to make sure I understand what you said is essentially Mojang wants to release all this at once. They want to go ahead, do a fourth dimension in order to test out some things you were saying, right?
Yeah.
And they want to link that to the End dimension, right? And
yeah. No, I think
that
they will
be released at once.
Yeah. I think.
See, that's something I said before. Like the only way I can justify in my little brain is of a fourth dimension coming before End dimension is if the End dimension was linked to the fourth dimension, and that way,
I hope.
Yeah, I could justify that because I think I just in chronological because my brain's very chronological and goes in that
Mm.
order. It just really does something to my brain. It feels like they're skipping a step if they just go past the end and do a fourth dimension altogether and don't do an end update and neglect that. You know what I mean?
Well,
Maybe I'm
that's
not thinking
why
this.
that's why they can't link the two. You have like either the deep dark is either mid game content, which would be terrible, or
Mm.
literal late game content. The only link the two dimensions should have is the link every dimension has, in which Endermen spawn there, because obviously they spawn like literally everywhere. That's the only link, and even then, I think they shouldn't. But that's the only link the two dimensions should have. It should not be you need to. There's a new end eye recipe, like the golden stick that you need to get from the fourth dimension. It's just like there should not be a tie-in because otherwise there would be no justification.
What would
Because
the
what's the
fourth
point?
dimension in your mind's eye be? Like what? See, I'm having a really hard time struggling to even conceptualize what it is.
Well, we know the fourth. I think the fourth dimension is the opposite of the deep dark. It loves sound for whatever reason. You've got the mourner, which is the weird thing that sings,
Hmm.
which I mean that set off every shrieker in the universe. Let's be honest.
Hmm.
And the way to literally access the portal is by note blocks. So there's got to be some like they've like
And,
done opposites. I think, which is
and
very smart.
and the note block thing is evident is some evidence from that last trailer Dungeons 2, right?
Yeah,
Wait, isn't it the music, right, to open up the portal? Isn't that like where we saw that?
yeah. There's some like tune that plays. I
Yeah.
think if you, I think you get just as the Shrieker gives you like three chances before a warden spawns. If you mess up this sound three times, something else spawns and kills you. Maybe it's the warden as well. But as soon as you open it, I do think they have to copy this from Dungeons 2. The other warden, I can't remember the name, but listeners will know what I'm talking about, will still jump out the portal in the base game. Now,
Oh, that the new one, right?
yeah,
That
the issue is like Bedrock and Java, to link this back selfishly to me, have two different combat systems. So the boss warden, will be different on both versions. It'll either be easier or worse, depending on which version. Probably easier on Bedrock because certain things, but also easier on Java because certain things. So it's a bit messed up, but again, I can't imagine they won't port that over to the base game. Sure, there's something. Again, I don't think the blob's coming, right? But there's gotta, you have to do the way to open the portal and the initial encounter the same.
well, I'm interested. Well, let's do. I know you're not really into Dungeons 2, and I've never played it, but what are some things that leaked over from the first Dungeons into Minecraft Vanilla, just so we have a little bit of an idea of what
Um,
this happened? Like
in
illagers
my
were huge in Dungeons, right?
yeah, in my mind, I believe now they're not the exact same, but the spear I think got clear inspiration from Dungeons too. It's not the exact texture, and I don't think it's the exact way it works. I don't know, but certain items I think have been yoinked, and it's not even a Dungeons 2 thing. It's like literal, barring story mode, because literally no one cares. Every other spin-off, they've been like, okay, here's like some tie-in to Dungeons 2 or to the base game because it just makes sense, like marketing-wise, which you know, it just makes sense for them to tie in some things. And again, if it's something as big as a dimension, they have to get it right. But there's also, I think, there's some leeway there, although you can probably not add everything, which is if you can make it make sense, it is good on Mojang's end as well because it obviously takes a lot to add certain things, like a biome or a crazy new mob. It's not the same thing at all for the base game. It's much more difficult. So,
Interesting. Just uh, just to read off a few things that I looked up that may have been inspired by the first dungeons that some items that were brought into Minecraft Vanilla, pots and urns, such as the decorative. I guess those are in Minecraft dungeons and were inspired for decorative pots that were added to Vanilla Trails ruins. Chains, I guess, that were introduced to Vanilla 1.17 Caves and Cliffs. Did those come out after dungeons? Dang. That's crazy. Man, time goes by fast. It's so weird. Amethyst blocks? I didn't know that. The mace? Was that something that was inspired? Okay. Yeah, I forgot.
There's like a few weapons, I think, that were, again, it's different textures, and it could still be like, it could still work differently. And that's the way you could do it for the fourth dimension. You could have the same thing, but it'd have to work differently because of like balancing or just it being a different game.
Yeah, you're right. And so these are relatively small things that were introduced, but I mean they are some things that we use in the game, like pots and urns and chains. Do you think there's going to be something so like? To me, I have a hard time wrapping my mind around something so big being connected to each other. You know, like a fourth dimension that would totally link the Dungeons universe. Like, I mean,
it'd be groundbreaking. It'd be the biggest.
That's a big step, man.
Yeah, it'd be an insane thing for them to pull off as well if they can. But again, going back to this because it's really important to hammer this. We don't know because they can't tell us for the next 3 months. I don't get it. I don't understand.
They're on break, aren't they? Here soon.
Yeah. So I mean, I think Bedrock will see the Dappled Forest next week. I don't know if Java will, unfortunately.
Probably Tuesday, huh?
Because I think the straw bed. Whilst they didn't explicitly confirm it's coming to this drop, I think it has to now because they literally showed it off. It'd be kind of scummy to be like, yep, no, it's not coming. Like, it'd be a Birch Forest 2.0 situation.
The straw bed has to be coming. I thought that it was pretty much said by that, what's his name? It wasn't Ryan. Who was it that had the drawing of the sketch of the straw bed? I reported on it. I had his name, but I can't remember it. He's one of the devs, I believe. But it has to come now. Everybody wants it. It's all hype.
So
it's a fantastic idea.
Yeah. So my thing is because of that, because of recent bed textures, they're going to change the bed textures. In particular, the most notable change is the yellow bed. It's a lot more appealing to look at. If you know, you know. And because of that, I think they're doing that to justify adding the straw bed because it is a unique texture. It's the same as changing the Ghast texture to make way for Happy Ghast. They didn't do it in Chaos Cubes with the Magma Cube or Slime because they don't do it all the time. But it'd make a lot of sense for them to be like, oh yeah, here's what we showed on Minecraft Live, and then we'll go on break. Because I think it would be torturous to show the most requested biome ever, and be like, no, we're not seeing this for another 2 months
until it releases.
Yeah, that'd be insanity. But again, knowing Mojang, who knows? They literally could do that. But I think it'd be a massive
speculation.
Yeah,
the community will start to just eat each other alive on Twitter. It'll be amazing to see and to report on. I wanted to ask you, what do you think they're going to add to the fall or the I want to call it the fall biome, the Dappled Forest biome?
I do think a new mob is coming.
I do.
Obviously, a lot of people are like, well, if there was a new mob, they would have done it. They would have showed it at Minecraft Live because, a mob, a new word, and a new biome is something you show instantly because those are the three core things. Everyone, I didn't care what Twitter says, no one cares. Everyone likes those three things, right?
Yeah.
Now, you could still do a mob, but it won't be some wizard, insane AI mob. It'd probably be a retexture of the panda bear and polar bear to make a brown bear. Probably be like a butterfly
Maybe a
bush.
bird.
Yeah, or like
Oh,
I would love
an
birds,
owl
like a hawk. Yeah, like which
or a
aren't really
raven.
textures. Yeah, they're not really textures, but they're not hard to do. Um, so I do still think you can add a mob that isn't intentionally a like I don't think it needs to have the most intricate AI because not many mobs do,
No,
and
they don't.
and especially since I do think it'll be a passive mob. I don't see them doing a creaking situation where there's a hostile mob there, a new one. I mean, obviously they'll have zombies, skeletons, creepers. Unfortunately,
I don't
um,
think we need a new hostile mob right now.
no, it's not the time to do a hostile mob. I mean, I think the winter drop is when you probably do it. Like, I mean, we've
Yeah.
had um, this is like now and the winter drop, but I don't think you do a hostile mob now. Um, Last year we got the copper got them, so who knows what we'll get this year. I don't know if there's specific links you can do between past drops and current ones, but again, I don't think they're going to do a hostile. I was going to say negative, a hostile mob because
Yeah, it
I
does.
I don't know.
Not in this biome. I could see, honestly, a brown bear almost feels logical for them to add because we haven't had a variant to the polar bear or a bear at all since the polar bear. And it's one of those in between mobs that will attack you and be passive. So I could almost see that being the case, you know? I
Yeah,
them kind of keep it in the middle, maybe. I don't know. And a brown bear would really fit that fall or autumnal feel aesthetic of that forest. I don't know, honestly. However, I agree with you. I believe a mob's coming. We're definitely going to get a mob.
I'd be very disappointed because I
I
think the
would
biome
too.
would be. I think the biome looks fine right now, but I'm telling you, if this is the biome going forward, it would not be, in my opinion, as exciting. Oh, look, a pig.
No.
Okay, I mean,
Well,
cool, I guess.
surely they have to add more because we only saw we got a bonus clip of it. So they aren't going to show us everything in a bonus, you know.
Yeah,
I wouldn't
there's
think so.
there's a lot coming. That that we know there's a lot more coming. Like Bobby Kraft, I think knows everything. So
How does
this is a
he
bit
know
bizarre
everything?
because they showed the straw bed and the something else
Oh, that's right. The
was
guy that
showed.
had that made the straw bed drawing showed him
Yeah,
everything, huh?
like Mog Swamp. Shout out to Mog Swamp. Um, they were there and saw basically. Well, I don't know because I don't know if I trust that they know everything because that goes against the whole drops principle. Because the drops are supposed to be like as the weeks go on, it like features form around the drop. It's not like here's the drop immediately. It's not like an update kind of thing.
True.
Um, so I mean, maybe they've got plans, but I don't actually know. Um, but we'll see. A mob could be something they've like already got prototypes for. So who knows? Like they've already showed it off and stuff. So I don't know. I don't know what else you can do. I mean, maybe you just do a new mob and then move on to something else. Because that alone, because you're looking at a new biome, a new wood, a bunch of new leaves, which actually is good.
I love the
Um,
leaves.
yeah, the leaves are like amazing. I love how they've done it as well, like how it's randomized.
Mhm.
But
The three different colors are
yeah,
cool.
there's a new red bush as well. That's not biome dependent, which is very good.
Very
Um,
nice.
so like
I
I think you
forgot
could just
that.
do yeah, it's basically just a regular bush but red, but it's really nice because you can pick it
Yeah, it
up
looks pretty.
and
Yeah, it
take it.
looks yeah.
Yeah,
And it's not biome dependent, so it'll grow anywhere.
yeah, exactly.
That's awesome.
Um, so I think you could just do a new mob and then move on to something else, whether that's like concrete stairs and slabs or whatever. I don't think you need to focus the entire. I mean, grant yes, the maple, the dappled forest.
Yeah, I know. I know.
I keep saying like maple forest or like autumn forest. I'm
I'm
not
the
going to call
same
it
way.
dappled forest. It's it's so God, it's so annoying. But like yes, it's going to be one of the selling points of the drop. It probably will be the panorama as well.
Yeah.
But you could make another you could outline another focus of that drop that's not tied to anything we've seen currently.
Well, for this first part of our two-part series, let's wrap it up by talking about the abandoned tent. I know Hikari or Hickory, or however they pronounce themselves on Twitter. I call them Hickory, but they were asking, do you think there's going to be different variations to the abandoned tent sites, or do you think it's going to be one set structure? Because like how ruin portals have different type of ruin portals, like different degrees of ruination.
Yeah.
I'm wondering as well. I wonder if it's just going to be the exact same copy and paste campsite, or I wonder if they're going to be different different sizes.
I personally think they should be different. I think they should be, depending on the biome they spawn in, they should have their wood. So if it's like a Dappled Forest, they should have that greyish wood. If it's an oak biome, it should have oak wood.
I like
I
that.
personally I think it just makes sense. I also think in certain, like the old growth taiga or the taiga or both, one of those biomes has a higher chance of the trail ruins. And I think this is a perfect opportunity to update archaeology
Yes.
in some way and have that
Yes.
biome have that special camp that has that kind of like beginners, because I don't think the trail ruins are a beginner's guide to archaeology, in my opinion. So I think like you have a brush in the chest, you have like maybe some sherds as well. Maybe someone did archaeology there and then
Yeah.
moved on, right? And just left stuff behind or whatever. But I think you don't even need to do a huge archaeology update. You could just update it slightly. There's so many things you could do with it to freshen it up a little bit. But I think they should be different. I think crops should be, because we've seen there are crops. There's like a little crop patch, like how
Yeah,
you
it's
see in villages.
interesting.
I don't know why they've made it so they're fully grown in an abandoned camp. It's the same
Yeah.
thing with dead villages, how they're fully grown crops. It doesn't really make any sense to me.
No.
Um, like I'd love it to have like broken dirt, like there's not the like fully like like full areas of all the dirt. Like some dirt is missing, or the water's missing, or the crops
Or
like something. You know,
weeds are growing up in the crops.
yeah, there's like bushes and stuff. You know, like
Yeah.
tall grass and stuff. They could
Yeah.
do so much of this, and I really hope that we as a community lay into them in a good way. Of like, okay, this is really good, but this is how you can improve it.
Those
Because they could do
are
so much.
those are excellent. That's excellent feedback, I believe. Honestly, what you just said. I like that because it doesn't look abandoned enough. It looks
I don't think it does.
almost looks like a semi-permanent settlement, It's supposed to be a tent.
Yeah,
Put
like
it up, it's like,
I don't know if you've been to a pillager outpost, but like if you can imagine a pillager outpost has those little tent areas, it's like that right now without the pumpkins. It's like that basically. There's like
yeah.
little like mini structures around the pillager outpost. Um,
Mhm. Mhm.
it reminds me of that a lot, except those are wool blocks and they're not obviously wool stairs and slabs because they're not in the game, right?
Yeah.
But it's basically the same thing right now, and I think there should be wool missing. I think there's cobwebs in there, which is good. I'm glad they thought about that.
Oh yeah.
Um, but it shouldn't be an intact structure. I think
And
maybe some, but not all of them.
what do you think about the copper golem being in there?
That to me is really weird. Um,
That's some weird lore too. Like they're doing something. They're doing that on purpose, obviously. So what? The person who set up this abandoned tent brought along with them their copper golem or built it there to do what? To store? Like they're there for a long time. Then I don't. It's
This guy that was at the camp, by the way, is a massive jackass because who leaves their copper column to rot? Like, you mean
yeah,
to tell
and
me this
he
guy
got
moved
killed.
biomes and biomes and was like, okay, perfect spot. And then, like, 6 months later, I'm going to move away. Sorry, Jeff. And Jeff just rots forever. That's horrible.
Well, maybe his master died.
But yeah, like, that's a good point as well. Like, there's so much lore. I, I think it's weird that there's a couple got them there, but I'm also very intrigued. Isn't it
Maybe
like,
the
I think they're
maybe the
fully
golem
oxidized,
set up
right?
the camp.
Maybe. I mean, who knows, right? But I hope there's a chest there as well, like a copper chest there as well.
I
Because
think
otherwise it doesn't make any
yeah,
sense.
me too. No, you're right. I just assumed there would be.
Yeah, you would assume, right? Because obviously that's how you get a copper chest initially. Like first
Yeah,
time players will get a copper chest by making the copper column, I think.
exactly.
Um, so you'd assume, unless the guy took that as well, which would be kind of messed up, just literally robbed everything except the
Put
column.
bones in there. Maybe his bones could be in the chest.
Yeah, I mean, you could you could add because a lot of people are talking about wolf variants, right? What if,
Again?
yeah, but what if you do a wolf variant, but it is what the skeleton horse is for a wolf, and
Oh,
that's there.
that'd be amazing.
Like
That
that
would be
would be,
cool.
yeah, like
I never thought
and
about that.
like that wouldn't spawn everywhere either. Like it'd be a very rare spawn, like skeleton horses and zombie horses.
Yeah,
But I think that'd be a really good and morbid as well,
I like that
like a
idea.
thing.
I like
Yeah,
the morbidity, and I love the skeleton horse. So adding more skeleton animals to the game, I'm on board. I'm on board with that. I think that'd be cool. Heck yeah, man! I
yeah.
hope Mojang listens to this episode because I feel like they could be getting some good feedback today.
I mean, there's a
Um,
lot of feedback that's been going around that I've heard um, and seen. Like they could do so much, like so much with this update. I think it could be the best one.
the pressure's kind of on them. Like you said, this is one of the most anticipated biomes in Minecraft history. So they kind of have to get it perfect.
No, I agree. I actually agree. Like
I feel like
I've given them leeway for a lot of the drops. Even Chaos Cubed had mistakes that were like a bit, but
mhm.
I can look past that. But they cannot, in my opinion, mess this up because you
No.
can't. In my opinion, if they did, I can't really trust them with literally anything else.
Well, yeah, if they mess up the Dappled Forest, whatever this is going to be called, yeah, what are they going then how can you trust them to build a fourth dimension? I mean, that's a whole different dimension.
Yeah,
They wouldn't be able to. Like, if you can't perfect a biome, then good luck in a fourth dimension when there's so much other stuff lacking and lagging. Like,
yeah. But I mean,
it,
the good thing is that this biome is heading in the right direction already by nature of it being one of the like most requested biomes ever. So it already, off of that alone, seeing it in the game already is a very good sign. It's just what they do with it in the coming weeks and months. You know, if they listen to feedback, if they change what needs to be changed.
I think they will. I do have faith in their feedback capabilities because they demonstrated their again they listened to feedback in the Chaos Cube when they went ahead and gave us the TNT the sulfur cube could absorb that, and which blew my mind because people were using that to blow up entire villages, which totally goes, or I thought went against their entire policy of like killing animals and humans.
Yeah, I mean, I knew as soon as the Happy Ghast came out, I knew there'd be like there's gonna be some way to make them like nukes,
You
and I've
had
just seen
to.
people, yeah, and I've just
You
seen
had to.
people make literal like landing strips of TNT sulfur cubes and then light them
That's
up, and they just go
awesome.
flying, and that
It's
entire area is just decimated. Not even just the village, the entire area is decimated. Like,
I've seen them too. I love it.
it's a bit
Honestly, I
concerning.
love
I'm not gonna lie to you, but I mean,
it. Are you going to do that?
I honestly, I'm kind of tempted to. I'm not gonna lie, I'm
I
kind of
am
tempted
too.
to.
I told who wasn't on my show last time? I can't remember right now, but I think it was Mickey Joe. I told him I have laws in my kingdom where I'm not supposed to carry out atrocious acts against villagers, but I am going to probably on the fringe of my empire annihilate a village. once
Yeah,
I get once I get my sulfur cubes, I'm going to take out one. I'm going to carpet bomb the hell out of one.
yeah. It's just it'd be so funny to do. I think I don't know.
I want to see you do it, Michael. I hope you stream that. I hope you
Really
stream
funny.
it.
Because like I have the same thing with my world. Like I've got laws and stuff. Where it's like that's why I got to think like genuinely very carefully. Because it's like
Yeah.
does this constitute a war crime? But I could add it to the history of the world, not the like current thing. Like way like I think I could do way long time ago.
You-
Because there's a lot of law in my world. But
See, same here. My laws are even written down in books, and like I have one. We progressed as a nation, as a kingdom. Like a year and a half ago, I made a law saying that nitwits will no longer be killed because I wanted to keep my unemployment rate at 0. And
bro, I'd be screwed. I'd actually be screwed. Okay.
I'm sorry, Michael.
Well, there goes my life.
No, but you're not in my kingdom, so you're fine, man.
Okay. Okay. Good.
um, but no, like I said, I progressed. Now they're safe. They're safe. They wander the streets without contest or anything. But I do have a loophole where I could annihilate a village. My brother and I, the Sun King, we both have a joined province, a kingdom in my world where my laws and his laws coexist, and he still is very draconian. He'll kill wandering traders, nitwits, or whatever. He don't care. So I think I'll let him cut the leads and drop the TNT on the village. So that technically I'm not the one doing it.
Ah, I see. Proper American approach there. That's amazing. Just
Oh,
doing a proxy war. Amazing.
what? What? I guess I did. Wait, American? Is that American?
Yeah, like a proxy war. Like, okay, Israel, please do this for us. Please. We don't want anything to do with this. We are smart. We are very nice American
you,
nation.
you know,
I see what
you
you're
gotta
doing
do what
there.
you gotta do, man. You gotta do. I was raised by the best of them, you know.
Yeah, clearly. How many unemployed people did you kill? Like, that is crazy.
Well, in the beginning of Ambadia's empire, there's probably been a few hundred nitwits perished in in its history.
So instead of
One,
like, I don't know, giving them a job to like do anything, your solution is to just wipe them out.
not anymore. Like I said, I have laws now, so we
Oh,
progressed.
yes.
After my nitwit episode, after I did research on nitwits and I looked at and I did an entire episode over The Idiot by the Pond by Vandenberg, the painter. It changed my views, Michael. Now I let them live.
That's wonderful.
Art does that sometimes, you know?
Well, let's hope they don't add any villages to this new forest, because I swear to God.
I that's actually that's something I didn't think about talking about today, but that's interesting you brought up like new villagers. Do you think there's kind of along the line of villagers, do you think we're going to see something with illagers anytime soon?
Um, I think we have to, because there's so much. Like I think villagers are the big bad of Minecraft, personally. Like,
Yeah.
yes, piglins are bad. Yes, I mean, I don't even know. I would argue the dragon isn't bad. Um, like, I think the dragon is misunderstood, personally. But what, you got
The dr-
piglins? Yeah, I think the
yeah,
dragon is
people.
misunderstood. Because, okay, like,
But
granted, if you put a dragon into the overworld, yes, she'll destroy everything. But I don't think she wants to destroy everything. Um, I think the illagers are innately evil because they do lock up, like, LAs and iron golems and kill villagers and have that
Mhm.
little Easter egg where they'll kill anything. If you name them Johnny, they'll kill everything, not just villagers. Um, but I don't know. Like they need to expand more. I know, like, what was it, Jeb? I think has said in the past that they want to. Um,
Yeah,
it just
recently on
depends.
Blue Sky, I
Yeah.
think.
Um, but no, yeah, I do think they should. I think there's so much you could do with them.
I I have a feeling that they will be doing something with illagers. Probably not this year, but I think somewhat soon. Maybe hopefully in 2027 we see something. Because weren't they introduced in 2019 or 2020? When were they introduced? I'm trying to remember.
It was 1.14, right? It was the Village and Pillage update. It was like the raid system and stuff. That was
Uh,
a long time ago. That was I don't know when it was actually. But yeah, Village and Pillage.
2016
Yeah, it
in
was a
the
long time.
expiration update.
Oh, right. Oh no, yeah, no, you're right. With dimensions and stuff. Yeah, yeah. But
Interesting. Yeah, I
forgot
just
about
looked
that
it up.
completely.
I didn't know that off the top of my head. But then you're right here. You are right about this. In 2019, the Village and Pillage update introduced pillagers and outposts.
So I mean, that right there is proof that they have gone back to it, the whole pillager or illager dynamic, and they have gone back to it and
Mhm.
added more to it. So who's to say
Yeah.
they can't do that in the future with some
Well,
other variant?
they
You know?
they really need to see. Okay, for one reason why I feel like they're going to do something is because they need to at least fix the reason. Well, I guess that's why we have ominous trials. But that doesn't explain why we don't. Is that why we don't have the patrols anymore? The raiders, like,
I think the patrol stuff has to be a bug. There's no
but
way.
why haven't they fixed that? That's been years now.
I don't know, but
It makes me feel like they're doing something with the illagers, and that's why that hasn't been resolved yet.
I hope so because there's
Uh,
again there's so much they could do with villagers.
well, I would like to see a little bit more. I mean, I know that there's a lot of players out there that just want to be in the overworld, like that. They should just play on peaceful mode, honestly. But I, for one, like a little bit of conflict, and I always got a rush out of encountering them. I need to see some new structures. Like the outposts are so boring now, so easy to take down. There's no thrill to discovering those. I wipe them out so easy, and then I go to the top and I lay down a lava block on the center and I turn it into a candle for eternity. And it's done. Like, they're so easy. I want to see some new structures. I want to see some new attacks. I want to see them fix that if it is a bug, the patrols going back out and hunting me down.
Yeah, yeah. There's so much they could do.
I think so. But Michael, I would like to move on to the next part here. Well, actually, let's wrap up this. We're an hour in. That's a good first part to the first episode. Let's wrap it up here. Michael, could you go ahead and tell the audience where they can find you?
Yes, mostly on Twitter. I am on Twitch as well, but I am mostly on Twitter, annoyingly to some. It's like if you just type in MichealTBH, there'll be some like hate thread about me. No, but it's like the MichealTBH on Twitter. Um, obviously, I do have a Blue Sky account, but I don't go on it, so I wouldn't really bother. But yeah, you'll find me on Twitter and sometimes here
Yeah,
as well.
and you'll find him in the show description. All his links there because you also have a YouTube and you do a lot of streaming as well. So you can find him there on Twitch, right? Where else do you? Is that the only place you stream? Right?
Yeah, just Twitch. Yeah.
Okay, Twitch, and you do a lot of YouTube, don't you?
I have a VOD channel that I don't really get involved with too much, but yeah, all the VODs, if you miss a stream, we posted there. So you really have no excuse. Like you don't have
Yeah.
any. Like you must watch my stuff. Okay, like you have to. This isn't like a bit that you have to. There's no choice. Otherwise, I might cry. But
Yeah,
no,
go
yeah,
support Michael. He's a long time Minecrafter and prolific in the Minecraft community. And if you don't know, if this is your first time listening to Realm News and hearing Michael TBH talk here, like I said, you can go to Spotify or any podcast playing platform and type in MichealTBH, and it will automatically pop up there. I got on to Spotify the other day. You're just automatically an icon. Like, what do you describe that? You're automatically a tagged name there. Like if you type in your name, Spotify, like my episodes, I don't even put it there. Spotify automatically now just puts MichealTBH at the bottom, like as a thing. So it's like if you just type in MichealTBH, you just pop up because Spotify recognizes you as an entity. And so you can just click on it there. There's like 6 episodes. And I think the first time you came on the show was June 20th, 2024. So that was the first episode. So go check that out, folks. And you can check out the round tables where Michael's been a part of that for like 3 of them, something around that vicinity. So there's a lot of MichealTBH content out there. And so thanks again, Michael, for coming on. I look forward to doing this second part with you, man.
Yeah, should be very, very interesting.
Heck yeah. And audience, thank you for tuning in this week. I look forward to seeing you next Thursday for part 2 with MichealTBH. With that said, that wraps up part 1 today. I wish you all a great rest of your evening and happy crafting. The Dark Lord signing out. Hey, Realm News fans, it's your host, the Dark Lord, the one who puts the real in Realm and expands your mind one block at a time. I am here to tell you that your support means everything. Spread the word by telling friends, liking, and commenting on Spotify or Good Pods. Find me on X, Blue Sky, Reddit, or via email at bio.link/Realm News. For more content, join my Patreon at the Copper tier for early episodes, bonus content, and newsletters. Find out more at bio.link/Realm News. No pressure, though. Just keep listening, liking, and sharing. That's more than enough. Happy crafting, and see you at the next Realm News.